What if I told you you could invest in cryptocurrency, specifically in Bitcoin, while doing real estate? Let's talk about it. What's up, you guys? It's Leo here. Last week we talked about a specific strategy to do real estate in which a person would open a brokerage account, invest in regular traditional investments such as the S&P 500, money market accounts, stocks, mutual funds, etc. You know, the same forms of investment that most people do. And then you would then borrow against that to buy real estate. Again, this is not a very common strategy. It's not something that is widely used. Some people are risk adverse and that may not work for them. And I have to tell you guys, I'm also not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA or an accountant, or I don't have a background in finance. I actually work in healthcare. I work at the hospital as a CRNA. So I should tell you, maybe do your own research. But in looking at that strategy, we saw that there's a real opportunity here to leverage your portfolio to buy houses and potentially cash and get a better deal, and also save on a lot of financing fees, and then refinance all of your money out of the deals and pay back your brokerage account. What if I told you guys you can actually invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and also at the same time as doing real estate? So guys, last month the SEC approved not one, not two, not three, but 11 different Bitcoin ETFs, spot Bitcoin ETFs. And what that means, these are essentially ETFs that tracks the price of Bitcoin. And theoretically speaking, they should do what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin goes up, the ETFs go up, and they should go up 1-to-1 proportionally minus the expense ratio fees of those companies. Theoretically, this has never been done before, so nobody knows. What we can do though is minimize the risks while maximizing the upsides. And so I'm telling you this because what if you could invest in cryptocurrency in a spot Bitcoin ETF such as the IBIT by BlackRock, or the FBIT by Fidelity, or the ARK Bitcoin ETF. There's a few of them. Some of them have really high expense ratios, so definitely do your research. Look at what the expense ratios are and the credibility of those companies before you start. But you can actually buy those ETFs, and now they have lending power, so you can borrow against your Bitcoin ETF to buy real estate. Here's an example. Let's say you were to put 100 grand into Coinbase or Bitcoin. Theoretically speaking, you can even count that as part of your assets when getting a traditional banking loan. So that money doesn't do you any good, and it could go up or down. It could be $1 million. Most traditional banks don't count your Bitcoin, your crypto holdings as part of your assets. And so one, it decreases your chances of getting approved, and two, you have to sell them if you need them, because Coinbase doesn't allow you to borrow against it. They used to, but not as of the recording of this video. So if you're on Schwab or Vanguard or any of the brokerage accounts, or Chase, JP Morgan Chase, their investing account, you can actually borrow against your portfolio. You can actually invest in the Bitcoin ETF, which is indirectly or directly investing into Bitcoin, meanwhile doing real estate. So that same 100,000 you would have had on Coinbase investing in Bitcoin, you could put it in the Bitcoin ETF, get the same benefit of the price action of Bitcoin. Meanwhile, you can go to your brokerage and borrow, let's say 50,000, half of it. You buy a house cash. You do the things that I told you about, that we discussed in the last video. check out the link below to see the last video, okay, about starting your own bank, creating and growing your own bank. Check it out. You do those strategies to remodel the house, put a tenant in the house, reappraise the house, then get a mortgage on the house, right? Take out your initial $50,000 and replace it in your brokerage, aka your personal bank. So you can actually do this and get the benefits of both investing in crypto, aka Bitcoin, because that's the spot ETF we have now. There's rumors that there's an Ethereum spot ETF coming out, but right now this is what's approved. And then investing in real estate at the same time. Okay. And guys, normally I wouldn't recommend this because I'm a real estate guy, and so I believe in investing in hard assets. I believe in value. But with the approval, the SEC approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF, this changes the whole field for cryptocurrency. Okay, now we have a more solidified market that we can pretty much say is not going anywhere. And so should you make this part of your brokerage account, part of your portfolio, so that you can leverage against it to buy real estate? Perhaps. Again, up to you, your risk tolerance, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But one thing is for sure, real estate is not going anywhere. People will always need a place to live. And regardless if we use dollars or Bitcoins or Ethereum or Russian rubles, 50 years from now, whatever the world currency reserve is 50 years from now, one thing is for sure, you're gonna need that currency to get you a place to live. I do try to think about the future when I invest, and as it pertains to real estate. And so real estate is what I enjoy doing. I think about what's gonna give me the most return on investment so that I can then transition that capital into real estate. So that's all I have for you guys. Definitely, if you got any value out of this video, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And hit the notification bell so that you get notified when new videos come out. Okay, guys. So with that said, see you guys next time. Peace.